Hey guys, it's my Leadership 2 project. So, one leader that I know very well would be Coach Paul Schiffel of the Lenore Rhine swim team. He was my coach for all 4 years I swam, and I would say absolutely he's a successful leader. He embodies to me what it means to be a coach, a leader, and a mentor. And I think to be a leader, you have to be partly a mentor, you have to be partly a coach, you also have to be obviously a leader as well in that. And he does that through just making everyone want to be better by showing interest. And by showing interest, I mean I've had coaches before that just sat on the deck and looked at you. Whereas Paul was right there with you. If he saw something in your stroke, he would fix it. He would encourage you throughout the sets. And he was just a very active coach. And I think being a leader, you have to be active. You have to be there with your people. You have to be part of the team, but you have to be separate at the same time. That may sound really confusing, but to me that makes sense in that you're part of the team, but you're also above the team. And you need to be able to mesh that and separate it at a moment's notice. A leader that I know that was not so successful was I worked for Lowe's Foods. I think like a year or two ago. I was the head of the front, and I worked there. It was just a job to pay some bills, honestly. And the leader above me was named Jonathan, and to me, he made everyone feel unwelcome, including the guests, and he didn't do a good job of delegating responsibility. So you kind of knew if you worked with him at the beginning that you didn't have to do anything, but if you worked at night, you knew you were going to get everything you had to do at night plus everything that they did in the beginning because he just didn't do a good job of delegating. I think a leader has to walk into whatever they're doing and be on top of things. Like, sure, your workers might walk in and be a little sluggish, but you need to be right there with them. And granted, you don't need to be on top of them yelling at them all the time, but you do need to have some part in their work throughout the day. A leader I'm unfamiliar with that I would say is a pretty good leader is I just accepted a head coach swim job, and I went to a meet, and one of the competing coaches was named Sue, and she I have my own style obviously, but she really did a good job of treating her kids because this was a younger swim team. She treated her kids like adults. She treated them with their own responsibility and had a way of being compassionate towards them, but at the same time like making them accept their own responsibility, and in that it really showed the growth of their kids. So I think she's an excellent leader. So those are the people I want to talk about. Thank you guys very much. Have a great day.